Justice with Judge Mablean will be life, because in everything we do, it involves the law. You came to court to testify about what you heard, what you saw, and what you know.
She's fair.
I don't have a hearing problem. This ear works good. This one works even better.
She's firm.
I'm not responsible for that ticket, and I'm not going to pay for it.
Who says you're not going to pay for it? I make that decision, not you.
She's honest.
What you have to say?
All I have to
Nothing.
say.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean. Kerry Jackson is suing Travis Kennedy in the amount of $200. Ms. Jackson claims Mr. Kennedy failed to show up at their group paintball event, which caused her to lose her deposit. Mr. Kennedy claims circumstances beyond his control caused him to miss the event, and says the plaintiff could have rescheduled without losing her deposit.
In the matter of Kerry Jackson versus Travis Kennedy, you're asking for a refund of a $200 deposit that you paid for a paintballing getaway.
Yep.
Between friends.
Between friends, yeah.
$200.
Yeah. I've known Travis about 2 years. We worked together at my office, and we connected really quickly. We became friends, started hanging out outside of work here and there. One day, he mentioned to me that he wanted to go paintballing. And I'd never gone before, but he had. So, you know, I thought it would be fun. I'm competitive. I like sports. So I thought it would be something really fun that we could do together. He suggested we get a huge group together, and I said that was fine.
Get a group together?
Yeah, because he wanted to do a reservation. So he suggested that we do a private reservation so we had the whole field to ourselves. So I called the paintball place, figured out when would be a good time, how the reservation stuff works, and all of those details. They told me we needed at least 10 people to make the reservation, and that we'd also have to put down a $200 deposit. And those 10 people had to show up in order for me not to lose the deposit. So I told Travis I didn't mind putting down the $200 as long as he took charge of getting the 10 people and making sure that they all showed up.
Okay.
So time goes by, we make our reservation. We were supposed to meet there at 12:45. Our reservation started at 1 o'clock, so we wanted time, you know, to get together and plan it all out. So 12:45, it's me, my boyfriend at the time, and 3 other of my friends. And we were supposed to meet Travis and the rest of the group there. At 1 o'clock, Travis still hadn't showed up. So I texted him, and 1 o'clock is when the reservation was supposed to begin. I texted him asking him where he was. He said I was running late, but I'll be there soon. He was driving everyone over in his SUV.
So he had the other 5?
Yeah, he had the other 5 with him. So I tell the employees that we're running late, but they said no problem. Another 15 minutes or so goes by, and I still hadn't seen him. He still hasn't shown up. So I give him a call, and he tells me that he's having car trouble. So I was like, all right, well, that's fine. Do you think you're going to make it? And he said that he would. Just be a minute. So I said, okay, fine, just get here safe. Another half hour or so goes by, and he still hasn't shown up. So at this point, our time's ticking away. I give him a call again, find out where he is, and he tells me that, or actually one of his friends, answered the phone. And they told me they were in a car accident.
Oh, now it's a car accident?
Now it's a car accident. I said, all right, are you going to make it? He said, yes, I'll be there soon. We're figuring it all out.
Well, how long did you have the court?
We had it from 1 o'clock to 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
So we had a few hours. So I was like, all right, well, we'll still have a couple hours of playing time. It'll be fine. Another 15 minutes go by. He still hasn't shown up. I give him yet another call, and he tells me that they got their car to work. They're driving it to a gas station. They're going to
Wait a minute. Car is working, but what about this accident?
I guess they got it all figured out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the accident didn't prevent him from driving the car?
No.
It was the other car trouble?
Yes.
Which was?
My car was overheating because it was really
overheating.
hot that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now he says it's worked out.
Yeah, now it's all working. He brought it to a gas station so he could put coolant in it to make sure that it wasn't going to overheat again. Because at this point, it was like 100 degrees outside. And we're all waiting for him wearing our paintball gear, which is just layers and layers of clothing, sweating, waiting for Travis to show up.
Why didn't you go inside? When was air conditioned?
Well, because I kept thinking he was going to show up. He kept saying I'd be there soon. So another half hour goes by. At this point, it's almost 3 o'clock. He still hasn't shown up. We called him, and he said, or I went first to the employee and talked to them about the situation. They told us at this point, you know, we lost a lot of our playing time. It'd probably be better just to reschedule. So I said, okay, that's fine. Let me call Travis.
So they suggested a reschedule and you'd be able to use that same deposit?
Well, so they said that we would lose the deposit because we reserved for the day, and that day time has already been pulled up. But if we did reschedule, they would subtract it from the total amount. So instead of $480, it would be $280. So it would all work out as long as we were able to reschedule it.
Okay, so technically you would, but if you were to reschedule, they would give you credit.
Yes.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be an issue.
So I wouldn't lose any money.
Yeah, I wouldn't lose any money. So I told this all to Travis. He said, that's fine. My car needs to be towed, so let's just reschedule. So I went to go pick him up and save him and his 4 other friends, and we drove them all home after sitting outside in 100-degree weather all day long.
But you rescheduled?
Well, I tried to. So the next week, we were working together, and I tried rescheduling with Travis multiple times. I told him, you know, how's this Saturday?
But you told the people you were going to reschedule?
I told the people I was going to reschedule, yes.
Okay.
So I was trying to reschedule with Travis to find another day that would work for both of us. And time after time, it was just excuse after excuse after excuse of why he couldn't make it. 5 months later, we still hadn't gone paintballing.
So why couldn't you just get 9 other people?
Well, because we planned it together.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
I didn't think my boss was going to take action, but he did, and he told her that she couldn't see dude anymore, and she was put on probation.
And later.
So she handed me a plastic Ralph's bag, and in there were like my 2 curling irons, but the springs weren't on my curling irons anymore.
Justice with Judge Mablean. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Carrie Jackson, who is suing Travis Kennedy for $200.
But is your $200 on the line?
Yeah, but he's the one that agreed with me that we were going to go.
Oh, my God.
It was our group of friends. It's supposed to be a fun
now it's
thing.
5 months has passed and you still haven't gotten together?
Yeah.
But they're still holding your deposit, right?
They're still holding my deposit.
So what's the problem?
Well, I want my $200 back.
Yeah, get 8 people together, you and your boyfriend and 8 more, and go play.
Well, I'm not with him anymore, but we're no
okay,
longer
Mr. Kennedy, what's up?
The real reason why she don't want to go, Your Honor, is because she must be holding some grudge against me for some reason, or she's trying to get back at me for some reason, but I know...
Why? Get back at you holding grudge for what? What'd you do to her?
I mean, Your
she
Honor,
said you guys have been friends ever since you met at the
we're
job.
not friends anymore.
we were friends, and we were trying to get to the paintball stuff, but now she want to be difficult and say she don't want to go anymore, and it's my fault that she loses out on
why
her.
you can't find time to reschedule? Sounds like you don't want to go.
I got another job working weekends at a restaurant, and we already work Monday through Friday for our job, so it's hard to find time to reschedule with her.
You mean at a whole 5-6 months? You're not that busy.
Well,
What's that?
it's not only the 2 of us, it's also 8 other people.
Okay, try to get 10 people together. That's what's happening.
I'm still willing to get 10 people together, and we
with
could
him
still
anymore.
go do the paintballing. But now she don't want to go, and I think the real reason why she don't want to go is because a couple months ago she broke up with her boyfriend, and I found out that she's dating someone in the company, and we have a strict no dating policy.
Okay, why are you even bringing
So
that
what
up?
Because it's
That
very
doesn't even
important
apply here.
because this
I'm
is a
talking
real
about the $200.
Excuse me, ma'am. I want to hear what he has to say.
This is the real reason why she doesn't want to go paintballing anymore
Why?
because I'm cool with my boss, so I accidentally blurted it out and told him that
You accidentally
it was an accident.
The beans?
Yeah, we was chilling. I accidentally told him that she's dating somebody in the
You
company.
got a big mouth.
Unfortunately, I told her,
And so that's against company policy.
Yeah.
and it's against company policy. So I didn't think my boss was going to take action, but he did, and he told her that she couldn't see dude anymore, and she was put on probation.
Wait a minute, he told her or him too? Is it against both of you?
Well, I don't know who he told. I know he told her.
Okay.
So he told her that she couldn't see dude anymore, and she decided to keep seeing dude, and that's exactly why she got fired. But
Well,
she
then
wanted-
both of them get
you got
fired.
me
They
fired.
both are having a relationship.
well, they
and
both
it's
fired.
company policy.
I know she got fired.
Okay.
Because of you.
And now
You broke
she
my
wants
trust,
to
and now I'm
blame me
fired.
for her getting fired, but it's her fault she kept seeing the dude. It's her fault she kept
Well,
seeing the
it's
dude.
both of you. You told Big Mouth.
But that's
You
not
broke
against.
the confidence, and you told, and then you
She broke the
decided to
rules.
go against the rule. So you can't blame anybody for that but yourself. You know what? Lord, this little book of mine is real good. It doesn't say much, but it's called 50 Life Lessons. 1, think consequences before you act. How can you not figure out if I'm dating someone on the job, we're not supposed to be dating, that it wouldn't get back to the boss at some point. Was this person worth risking your job?
We're still together. I really like him.
Then why are you mad?
Because he got me fired.
No,
no
you
one
got
else
yourself
knew
fired.
about it.
You got yourself fired. Come on now.
No,
it was going to come out eventually.
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay, but it was your conduct that was against the rule.
Yes.
So that's why you don't want to go paintballing with him anymore. You don't like it.
I don't want to.
You mad. You don't want to be in this company at all.
Yes, I just want my money back.
And that's not my fault you losing your $200 because you don't want to go paintballing.
You
anymore.
are the reason we didn't have 10 people there.
Look, Miss Jackson,
whatever.
just like your faulty reasoning about getting fired, you blaming him, you still try to push this guy to go paintballing when it's your deposit and it's your money that's on the line. You being stupid. It's your money on the line, not his.
It was an agreement.
But he tried. He had accident, circumstances beyond his control. That's excusable conduct under the law. So it's still your $200. He says, I'm willing. One of these days, you guys going to figure it out. You said, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to go paintballing with him. I want him to pay me my $200 deposit. That's another decision you've made, another choice you've made. I don't want to go paintballing with him. I just want my money.
Yes.
Well, you can't have it that way. Now, either you go paintballing with him and you don't lose your deposit, or you find 8 other people or 10 other people or 9 or whatever you need so you can keep your deposit. It's your $200.
Right. But it was supposed to be us
Okay,
together.
we know what it was supposed to be. Let's deal with what it is. You know, I was supposed to be born rich, but I was born poor. You know, you can't, at some point you got to move on. Judgment for the defendant.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I'm sorry I opened my big mouth and told our boss about your secret relationship. And if you can reschedule, I still want to go paintballing with you.
I'll think about it. Next time you better show up. No excuses.
Coming up,
So she handed me a plastic Ralph's bag, and in there were like my 2 curling irons, but the springs weren't on my curling irons anymore.
Justice with Judge Mablean. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. Angie Gilmore is suing Megan Mitchell in the amount of $1,579. Ms. Gilmore claims Ms. Mitchell borrowed her tools during a hair show, but broken curling irons and different shears were returned to her. Ms. Mitchell claims she didn't break Ms. Gilmore's curling irons or return the wrong shears, and says the plaintiff is just upset that she beat her in the competition.
This is the matter of Angie Gilmore versus Megan Mitchell. And Ms. Gilmore, I understand you're suing Ms. Mitchell. You allege that she damaged her curling irons and she apparently either lost your shears and tried to bring back the wrong shears and claim they're yours. But you say they're not. What's going
Your
on?
Honor. You know, I'm working since over 12 years in the same salon, and Megan, she was working there for like 4 months. So there is every year like a hair competition, and some of the high-end cosmetologists have the chance to do a hair show there. But I saw Megan, she was really complaining the whole time that her curling irons didn't work the way they should have. So I was just like, okay, sure, you can get my 2 curling irons and my pairs of shears, which I didn't use for the competition. I knew exactly what I needed and what not. And because it's not my first competition, I already have everything set up. So she was very happy about it, and we went to the competition.
Well, you didn't say what you did. You loaned them to her?
Yeah, I said, well, of course, I told her she can use it for the competition, but then she has to give it back to me after the show is done, which we had the show over the weekend. So on Monday, I told her, please, to return it to me. So we were at the competition, and of course, everything is very hectic and, you know, a rush and stuff. So I just grabbed all my items, you know, went on stage. We have a booth over there. So me and Megan had a booth together and 2 other ones, but on the other side. So it's like 4 of us, but each 2 have like their stage and 3 models. So we were on stage, and you know, it was really great, like, because you get the chance to show your hair designs and everything, but also you get like a cash prize. So when I came back I told her to give all my items back, of course, on Monday. So she handed me a plastic Ralph's bag, and in there were like my 2 curling irons, but the springs weren't on my curling irons anymore. The clamps were off, but the springs weren't on the curling irons anymore, and they were completely broken. So, and the scissor I borrowed her, the thinning scissor, was not in there anymore.
Okay, show me the curling irons. Did you bring them to show me what they look like?
No, Your Honor, I did
really?
not.
Okay.
Coming up,
She said they were broken. She kept insisting they were broken, and now they're nowhere to be seen. So where are they?
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Angie Gilmore, who is suing Megan Mitchell for $1,579.
Let me hear what you have to say, Ms. Mitchell.
Okay, so I was working at the salon with Angie for about 3 or 4 months, and I was asked to work at a hair competition over the weekend. My only concern was my curling iron wasn't holding a tight enough curl, and I was worried that it wasn't working that well and I would need to get it repaired. Angie was like, oh, no problem, I have 2 extra curling irons that I'm not going to use for the show. She's like, so you're more than welcome to borrow them as long as you return them after. And I was like, of course, thank you so much. I was super grateful. And then she also let me borrow a pair of thinning shears that I could use for the
Are
competition.
those the thinning shears you
These are
borrowed?
the thinning shears I borrowed. I
Yeah.
have them to return to you.
Give them to her.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry.
Now look at that. Are those yours?
Yeah.
Tell me about the curling iron.
So the curling irons are really a wide barrel, so I think they work better as a wand. So I just removed the springs from them to use them as a wand, and it's an easy fix. You just put the spring back in. I should have put the springs back
You
in.
didn't put it back in?
I didn't. I should
Why
have done
not?
that because I thought it worked better that way. They didn't work
Okay,
as
but
well.
they weren't yours.
I know. So I didn't put them back in. But I told her I would do it for her when she told me that they were broken. I said, I'll put them back in for you if you
Why
want
don't you
me to.
return stuff to people the way it's given to you?
I know.
Exactly.
I should have returned it like that.
Who
If
asked
I'd
you
known
how-
it had been this big of a deal, I would have just put the springs back in for her. But she wouldn't let me do it after I returned them. And she said they were broken. She kept insisting they were broken. And now they're nowhere to be seen. So where are they?
Why
But,
would you
but
do
if
that?
they're out and she returned them to you, she loaned them to you in, and you returned them to her out, then how am I to know now whether they were broken or unbroken? You say, I just took the springs out. She says they're broken. They don't work.
But they're
She
not broken,
used them.
is the point.
Okay,
They
give her the
are.
money for the curling irons. How much?
Like the one was $100 and the other one was $115. But the
When you bought
scissors-
them new?
They're
Yeah.
not new.
Huh?
Yeah, new.
So how long have you had them?
I had them a few years. Yeah.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
Give her the $200, and you should follow the cardinal rule of hairdressers. You don't loan your curling irons. Don't you know that?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
felt bad for her.
All right.
But
Judgment for the plaintiff, $200.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $200.
I gave you all your things back, so once I give you your money, I'm not dealing with you anymore.
I really trusted you with my curling irons and you broke them. Now you gotta pay for them.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.